Hello, Lakers fans. As always, I'm joined by my three prestigious co-hosts, Shane Christopher Murray, Jason Big Mitch Mitchell, and David Galvez. How are you guys doing tonight?
Chilling.
Mhm.
uh, so tonight we're going to get into it's Tuesday night, uh, and the Lakers have an interesting week coming up. We got the Heat at home tomorrow night. And then we have the Grizzlies on Friday and the Clippers on Sunday. The Grizzlies game is a road game, and the Clippers game is a road game too, technically. But and then so last week, since we last talked to you guys, we lost to who was it again, Mitch? Who was it three?
We lost to the Wolves and the Pelicans back to back on
Wolves and Pelicans, but we beat the Hornets. That was on
Friday and
Wednesday.
Saturday.
Uh, and so, and then also after that, we're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna get into the trade that happened between the Knicks and the Raptors. We'll get into that briefly, and then at the end, we're gonna count down our top 10 NBA players to never win a championship. So let's go ahead and dive right into the Lakers stuff. Uh, as Smith said, we were 1-2 last week. Seems like we go 1-2 every week, right? Currently, I think we're 17-17. Um, and as I said, this week it's Miami for the Grizzlies and then the Clippers. So, does anybody who wants to start and just just get after it as far as you know how they feel about it? I mean, like it seems like it's the same thing every week since Lakers came back from Vegas. Just a lot of uninspiring play. Darvin Ham in these lineups driving everybody insane. But I'll let whoever wants to take the floor first. I'll let them just have at it. Who's going to volunteer? Why don't you go first this time, Galvin?
Um, Broken record. It's gonna continue to be a broken record until Darvin Ham gets consistent with his lineups or they make a trade. Um, Basically, that's what it's gonna be. Every week we're gonna go 1-3, and the next week we might go 3-1. Um, Again, LeBron's playing every game hard, old. Anthony Davis, same thing. And then these young cats just dropping like flies, injuries here and there, nagging injuries. Gabe Vincent, they said they'll reevaluate him in 6 to 8 weeks. Don't know what happened to him. Um, Looks like it's the same thing, the same story that repeated itself last year. Uninspiring basketball until they made some trades. And that's probably what they need to do, shake up the roster. Um, this is LeBron's probably last best year to make some sort of deep run in the playoffs, and he's got no help. You know, Everybody should be tradable except obviously LeBron, AD, and the only way I would trade Reaves is if we get a legit All Star back, not a really good player that has All Star potential or who has been an All Star. He needs to be a legit All Star. But other than that, it's a broken record. Um, but like I said before, we got to give Rob Pelinka the benefit of the doubt because he's already shown he's willing to shake up the roster. But don't know what else to say, man. It's just gonna be like this till if they make no trades from now until May. It's gonna literally be the same thing or April. And we're lucky LeBron hasn't gone down with an injury. AD hasn't gone down with an injury. These are the games we need to win so they can take nights off every now and then from now until the end of the season. But looks like they're going to just basically be fighting for a play-in spot or maybe if they're lucky a 6 seed, but I don't see that happen.
Hmm. Shane?
Um,
Well, the schedule makers did them no favors scheduling a back-to-back on New Year's Eve weekend. You know what I'm saying? Saturday and Sunday they're playing at the Pelicans and got the other team they played. Jumping down from a fifth or sixth seed to 10th seed from week to week, not gonna get it done. But Rob has showed us, like, ever since he became an executive with the team, he's made a trade every year, whether big or small. So a trade is coming. You just don't know what they're gonna do. It's always out the blue. So, I mean, like I said last time, DeJounte Murray be a nice pickup. Maybe kick a Capella with that, but it's always a move you're not expecting. So we'll see about that. Tomorrow, you already found out Rory and D'Lo are going to be out. So it's going to be a tough game, especially if Jimmy Butler comes back, because he's questionable, I think, day to day, whatever. But, I mean, as long as you got the two-man guys and Austin and somebody else come with them, there's always a chance. So, and January is going to be a make or break month for them because a lot of their games are at home and they win the majority of games at home. So something's got to give on that front. And as heard a stat today, the Lakers and Orlando are the only two teams that are top 10 on defense, but bottom 10 on offense. So they're number 9 on defense and 24th on offense. I think that mainly has to do with the inconsistency with the lineups Darvin's doing, and we've had a lot of people with slumps or injuries or both. So Darvin said last game that Rui is going to stay in the starting lineup when he comes back. We'll see if that stays true or he'll change again. It's a lot of ups and downs right now, a lot of puzzling stuff right now, but the thing is, there's so much parity in the West. We can be 10th now and be in the top 4 in 2 weeks. So it's gotta stick with it and stay focused.
It's a shame with this team with this. You have Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reaves, and you're a bottom 10 team in offense. That should be impossible. Mitch, it seemed like something Shane said there you kind of took issue with.
He didn't agree with the back-to-back schedule on New Year's Eve. He believe in no excuses, but that's bullshit.
Schedule is the schedule.
Name another team that had a back-to-back on New Year's Eve weekend.
Like, sure, we've had the most back-to-backs in the first part of the season, but who's gonna cry for us? Nobody.
No, I'm just saying, but that's a factor.
Nobody. Listen, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Every team is gonna have back-to-backs. Don't matter don't matter when it is. A back-to-back is never convenient, and every team's gonna have back-to-backs. Don't matter when it is, man. Don't.
Minnesota, that was the other team out there, Minnesota. They went from Minnesota to New Orleans back-to-back.
I will say we got cheated in the Wolves game. LeBron shot a 3. They called it a 2. We got a still where you can see LeBron's foot behind the line, and the ref said, "Oh, damn. Nah, that's a 2."
No, it was a woman ref, wasn't it?
Huh?
No, it was a guy ref. It
was a guy ref? Oh, okay. They tried to make it seem like it was a woman on social media.
They were complaining about the Rui call from earlier. That was a woman ref. So that was wrong.
Oh, okay.
That's
also, I just think overall that game, the officiating was terrible. Vando went to the rack like twice at the end of that game. Got whacked in the head. No call. What can he do?
What are
the
we?
Only,
yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, the move. Listen, we've got enough talent on this team, personnel wise. The move is get rid of Darvin.
But who though?
I don't know.
That's the thing. You can't get rid of him and then not have
I bet you the four of us could go over there and we could do a better job than Darvin's
Mitch,
doing.
I know I could do a better job than he's doing.
I mean, we
I
say
can-
that, but he's been to a college finals and he won an in-season tournament, and technically he doesn't have a losing record. So we got he needs Rob needs something to lean on to say, oh, we fired him.
He doesn't know what
We've
he's
got.
The
we've
problem is
got-
that's not going to happen in season. So we got
It's not.
We
No.
got to just face the reality that he's going to be the coach. But here's the real problem: you got 3 games coming up against 3 legit playoff team caliber teams, and I would not be surprised if they go 0-3. That's saying something.
Miami.
Could very well be a loss.
Shit, who was
Grizzlies,
the second? Who was the second one again?
the Grizzlies, right?
Grizzlies.
Here we go. So
Grizzlies,
Miami, the Grizzlies, and then the Clippers this week.
Easily, they could easily go 0-3, but they can also
Something's-
go.
But they can
2-1.
also go 3-0.
They can also go
Something-
2-1 or 3-0, but but it's more likely that they'll go 0-3 than 3-0 though.
Something has to spark this team to where they can get out of this. Let's be honest, they've been in a funk ever since the tournament. D'Angelo lost his way. See, this is why I say like coaching is, coaching, it really is a big deal. D'Angelo lost his way after the in-season tournament, right?
Mm.
Everybody saw it. He was in a slump. He couldn't hit the broadside of a boat. He couldn't hit water from a boat. All the basketball cliches, right? Like he couldn't throw it in the ocean, all that, right? He couldn't buy a bucket. Everybody saw it, and then I forget which game it was. He finally found. Wait, was it San Antonio? Was it San Antonio?
No, it was
I
one
think
of them games where he started off the bench.
It was the second San Antonio game where he finally found his stroke in the fourth quarter, and he ended that game with about 17 points, and he might have been like 6 for 8 in the quarter. So he had finally found his stroke, and what does Darvin do? The next game, benches him for who? Not Rui. No, not Rui, a player that was on the Western Conference Finals team from last season. Not Rui. And if you're thinking it's Austin Reaves, our third best player the whole season, no, it's not Austin Reaves. It's Cam. I don't know what to do with my hair, Reddish. Are you kidding me?
Cam,
Takes one and no one.
Cam Clutch Sports Reddish.
Clutch Sports. Now listen.
Cam's former Atlanta Hawk, where Darvin Ham was on the staff.
Now, okay, before I launch into my Cam Reddish tirade, I'll say this.
Oh my god.
Shut up.
God.
Yeah, Cam Reddish. So we just got blown by the Pelicans, right? Cam Reddish's role should be the Jose Alvarado role. 20 minutes at max. Like, come in here, come in there for 5 minutes a quarter, wreck the game up, get some steals, put your hands all over the place, because his defense is like it's not winning defense, bro. We're not gonna win with Cam playing gambling defense like that. It's just true. But if he were to come in for 20 minutes a game and just mess the game up and get those steals that he can get, that's his role. That's where he could be most effective, I think. 20 minutes a game, he'll still get a lot of open shots. He'll, be able to drive a little bit more, maybe with playing more with a second unit. I just think 20 minutes a game, that's where he needs to be. Relying on Cam Reddish
Where is he
and
at? How many minutes
his
is he at?
defense for 30 minutes a game, that ain't it. It's just not. I'm sorry.
Well, to play devil's advocate,
Oh, here we go.
Darvin is defense first, where again, like I said, we're top 10 in defense. And he's looking at it as we have a mixture of players are either really are good on offense but bad on defense, or good on defense but bad on offense. So he's choosing to go with who's better on defense. And he's always going to go with defense first.
Everybody sees, everybody sees the vision. Nobody agrees with it. No, like
I mean, I
nobody's
agree with
blind.
it, but
Nobody's
that's
blind.
where he's at with it.
Nobody is blind to what he sees and what he's trying to accomplish. Nobody agrees with it. That's what it is. Like nobody likes it. Nobody agrees with it. You got three. Listen, let's be fair. You got 2.5 offensively challenged people in the starting lineup. Cam, Vando, and Torian Prince. Torian Prince, some days.
Whoa. You can't say that about Torian.
I said 2.5. I said some days, if you would have let me finish, don't be rude. Don't be rude in 2024. Okay? Torian Prince, some
Torian's been
games.
good for us though.
Torian Prince, some games, he'll knock down everything. Other games, he just won't. Like it, it just kind of is what it is. A little inconsistent. I'd say 7 out of 10 games he's going to do he's going to do what he does. But I mean,
in fairness to him, he's being used in more ways than he was expected to be used. Like he was supposed to be the 3-and-D dude, but Darvin got him playing 2 guard. Sometimes he's playing small forward, power forward.
At this point, I think Torian's being overused a little bit as well. Torian Prince, normally when I go back and look at the box score, he's normally over 30 minutes. It's just wild to me that you had a team that like Galvez said, it feels like a broken record because it definitely feels like I said this last week, but it's wild to me that we had a team that went to the Western Conference Finals, but they haven't played. They've played 3 minutes together all season. 3.
I mean, for whatever the reason,
they
believe in their hearts that
3 minutes.
Whoever they believe in their hearts that Austin and D'Lo can't play together. I don't know why. They just took each other Western Conference Finals, but they have it in their heart that they cannot play together, particularly on defense.
3.
Do you think there's some politics behind closed doors? Because
that's the only explanation.
Because I don't think that Darvin Ham is that big of a goof to not play them for more than something's gotta.
Well, there is something going around that Darvin supposedly don't like Austin, but I don't.
I sent them an article that Sports Illustrated wrote. That maybe the headline, maybe Darvin hates Austin. No, the headline was, why does Darvin Ham hate Austin Reaves so much? This is an article in Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
Like it's
because there's no other logical explanation as to why he's not at least trying. Now, if he's played them and they're just not doing well, then fuck it. He tried, it failed. Now he's got to try something. He's not even trying, and he doesn't. That's why, like I said, he doesn't seem like he's an idiot for him to not even try. Could be, Clutch Sports, could be LeBron, could be upper management, could be Rob Pelinka. I mean, who knows?
When it's Clutch Sports, there's always going to be some type of politics involved, particularly with LeBron. He likes to move in silence and not say anything and take the brunt of it. How he's passive aggressive he is. But for the most part, like I said, whatever the reason, after they saw the analytics and cleaning glass numbers and all that, they say Austin and D'Lo are terrible on defense together. So that was a split there between those two. Vando, when he missed the first 2 months of the season, and he's still dealing with some knickknacks, and then he's still trying to find his rhythm. Then Rory feels like the new Kuzma this year. Like he don't know where he wants to play him, where he want to use him. And every time he plays, for the most part, he's solid. But he just can't get a rhythm like that because he's playing 5 minutes here, 2 minutes here. Sometimes don't play at all. So,
And surprisingly, for argument's sake, for podcasting sake, let's say there is some rift between Austin Reaves and Darvin Ham, right? Which is crazy because he's actually been the third best player, no doubt.
Easily.
He started slow, but obviously he's come on. And role players really do not play well with LeBron. All of their stats go down. I mean, look, Chris Bosh, bona fide superstar.
Yeah.
He was just another role player. Kevin Love, same thing. All these guys, for some reason, these role players, they don't do well with LeBron.
Well,
and all these guys, they're not playing horrible, but they ain't playing great either. Because when the season started, we said, "Damn, this is a loaded team." Now there's been some injuries, but do you guys think that with the way this roster is, can they make another deep run like they did last year? Let's say they don't make any significant trades.
No significant trades.
Okay. We're not trading Darvin Ham. Okay, so no significant trades. I mean, it's just going to come down to can they find a spark within themselves? They're going to have to outplay Darvin's coaching at this point. Is what it is.
I mean, if there's no significant moves, Darvin's gonna have to find something he can rock with consistently and leave it like that.
Would you rather have right now Darvin Ham or Luke Walton?
I was thinking about that today. Be honest, Luke wasn't bad. I'm keeping it 100. Luke wasn't bad. Everything went downhill once LeBron had that injury on Christmas Day. It was top 5 seed. And he had
was that when he pulled the groin? Was that
when
he pulled his groin? Oh, yeah.
I was at the kids and LeBron. He pulled the groin. Then I think Rondo got hurt again, and then all the kids got hurt after a while. So and there was no complaint about the offense. Everybody was competing on defense. It's just everybody had a problem with Luke's coaching staff because they didn't have no experience whatsoever. And then LeBron, for every reason, didn't like Luke. But they wasn't playing terrible.
This is LeBron's what, 4th or 5th year with the Lakers?
I think it's 6th.
It might be.
Damn, and he's gone through what, 3 head coaches? This is his 3rd?
Luke, Frank, Darvin?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. LeBron, seems like the only coach he really rocked with was Tyronn Lue.
Oh, yeah, that he really rocked with? Yeah.
And Tyron's about to get the job for a minute, but once he heard he couldn't pick his coaching staff, he was out. Which you can't blame him, but
as far as
definitely a mistake on the Lakers' part, not trying to get Tyronn Lue.
Yeah. As far as
I can't say that.
Oh, okay, now
I think you can. I think you can.
That's LeBron's guy, so he's gonna do everything LeBron says.
So we think Tyronn Lue's a better coach?
Apparently not, because I'm sure LeBron told him to come coach me.
And he did that, but he heard when he couldn't pay his coaching staff, he was out.
So I guess he's not trying to do everything LeBron tells him to do.
I mean,
if that rumor is true, or I don't know if it's a rumor that he couldn't pick his own coaching staff.
That was real because that's because Vogel didn't pick that staff. That was handpicked.
By who though?
The staff or front office, I should say.
That's what I'm saying. So it goes to show every time the Lakers, it's the drama, it's the politics. We saw what happened when Kurt Rambis? Kurt Rambis started trying to push his way. His wife started saying some shit.
Mm-hmm. That was a reaction to Luke because of how Luke. They never did that before. It was because of how Luke picked his staff, and it was like, nah, we picking the coaching staff for you. But they didn't do that with Darvin this time. But then Darvin basically did what Luke did.
There's no other head coaches on his staff, right? Like prior actual head coaches.
No, everybody's assistant.
I think Frank Vogel had Mike Brown, right?
I mean, Frank Vogel
always had head coaches.
You could think of
Lionel Hollins, Jay Kidd.
Look at what Mike Brown is doing in Sacramento, bro. I mean, like, we could have had him.
That's what I was thinking about today. Like, we need somebody who's an experienced head coach but has success in this era. Like, I'm done with the rookie coaches after this.
Get Doc Rivers.
I said Doc at first, but Laker fans hated that though.
I was gonna say though about to the point of saying that they don't think that Austin and D'Lo can play together. I mean, if you're top 10 in defense and bottom 10 in offense, I mean, something's not working, right? So maybe you say, I mean, if they were, they're 17 and 17. If they were 24 and 10, it'd be different. The fact they're playing 500 ball tells you that they need to do something different. So maybe they need to sacrifice some defense for some.
And the ironic thing is, Sean Davis looked it up today. Their best lineup is when both D'Lo and Austin are in the lineup.
Oh my gosh, that's really surprising. I can't believe that.
When your third
really?
and fourth best players,
our third and fourth best players, when they're on the floor together, we're really good? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh my, this is surprising.
Instead of when we do the Darvin Ham special no guard lineup, where he starts 5 small forwards / power forwards at center.
Come on, man.
Thank you for that.
I
appreciate that.
I want to slap Darvin with a ham sandwich. I really do.
But the key thing in the lineups he broke down was they're good lineups where it has a 2 guard who's a 2-way player. So anybody was like, if you put Max Christian or Taurean Prince at a 2 with normal foursome, those lineups do good.
So Shane Murray sent us the post, that LeBron's going to be playing point guard for the foreseeable future.
Gross.
And it's like, and then somebody followed it up with, last time LeBron played point guard, the Lakers won the 2020 championship, which is misleading because in 2020, we had shooters all around him in that starting lineup. We had KCP, Danny Green,
3-and-D, Kuz.
And Kuz. So starters was KCP, Danny Green, LeBron, AD, and JaVale. Like you had 2 shooters and you had 2 dudes that LeBron could throw lobs to. Like that's why it worked. Like, for all the good things that Vando and Cam do on the court, they're not knockdown shooters like KCP and Danny Green. Like they just aren't. Let's be honest. So, trying to replicate that success with pieces that are inferior, it makes no sense. You're leaving your best offense on the bench.
Look at what KCP did in the playoffs last year for Denver. I don't see anybody on the Lakers doing that.
That's all I'm saying, man.
And he was pissed at the Lakers.
Fans like Shane Murray like to forget what he did.
I don't forget what he did. I rock with KCP. But
it's one thing if you can't hit a shot, whatever. Everybody has off nights. Everybody has off games. You still play defense, still pass the ball, still defend. Cam Reddish, Vanderbilt, if they're not hitting their shots, what else can they contribute to the offense? Nothing.
Man, they're not even going in there getting offensive rebounds for us. Like,
Rui can go down on the block. He can shoot a 3. He's got a nice mid-range game.
It's amazing because last playoffs we had so much offense that Vando could just run around there like we said last year. He patterned himself after Dennis Rodman. We could just kind of run around and do.
He actually said Lamar Odom, but.
Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't score enough to be Lamar Odom.
Yeah. He actually said that.
Out of his mouth? He said that out of his mouth.
Yeah, he's on a podcast. He said he balled his game out to Lamar Odom. Well,
Sounds
he said
like
Lamar
he's
Odom
talking about
did
his ass.
Lamar Odom.
I feel like that's disrespectful to Lamar Odom.
It is.
Honestly.
He actually has an offensive game. For whatever reason, he don't tap into it.
But I'm saying, last year we had enough offense in the playoffs that he didn't have to produce it. He could just defend and do the little things, But this year it's like, please, man, don't help us. But I have one question. Shane Murray, is D'Angelo? When is the trade deadline this year?
February 8th, I think.
It's usually like a week or two before the All-Star game.
Right. So is on February 9th, Shane Murray, is D'Angelo Russell still a Laker?
I'm afraid to say probably not.
D'Angelo Russell is one of the all-time. He's good enough that somebody always wants him, but not good enough to stick with just one team. Somebody will always want him, but he'll never be able to play for the team.
He's in all the trade rumors, so
But that's like a mindset, because I don't see how a player can be so effective of 1 month and then literally the next month just drop the way he has. Like, what, did he forget how to play basketball all of a sudden? Like,
about the trade deadline.
But see, here's the thing: you're a grown ass man making millions of dollars. I mean, I get it, but hey, it is what it is. You're always going to be on the trading block. That should be motivation for him to be like, all right, let me step my game up. Let me show my worth. He just signed a 3-year deal, so he's not in a contract, or a 2-year deal, so he's not in a contract year where he's got to have that, that instability. But that's the thing, man. That's why Kobe didn't fuck with a lot of the young players towards the end of his era with the Lakers. They were so, soft. How does D'Lo not walk into the gym and be like, all right, I'm gonna show y'all that I'm gonna play my best game?
Well, the thing is, in D'Lo's situation, up until December, before Austin got going, he was arguably the third best player on the team in terms of production and everything. And he even picked up his defense. And he was saying shit like, I want to model my game off of Derek White. Everybody was laughing at that, but he was really focused on not playing himself off the floor, particularly on defense. And then once season tournaments ended, you start hearing all these trade rumors he's in. And he's been traded at least 3 times already in his career.
At least.
We got the quote we had and that we got sent in a chat about how he feels like when he's about to get traded. That shit fucked with you. Whether you're the strongest person or not, that shit is gonna fuck with you.
All right, but you gotta put your big boy pants and you still gotta lace them up and you gotta go to work. This is his job.
Yep.
Like, there's no way. This is his job. This is his livelihood. This is how he puts food into his child's mouth. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
ain't no way around it.
Basically, what he's teaching his kids is that when the going gets rough,
he gets
fall into a shell, go into a shell, and start.
Hey, D-Lo, I didn't go that far.
And just, but bro, it's like, if you want to put it into real life, it's like.
Bro, I'm saying if your jumper not falling, your jumper not falling.
All right, but think about it. At your job, where you're at now, let's say you got paid very well, the way not millions, but you got enough money where they give you, or your job provides a very good life for you, right? Mm-hmm. Upper management, your boss, your supervisor, whoever goes, hey, Shane, Mitch, your production's been a little down the last couple months. I need you to step it up. Now, they're paying you enough money to put food on the table, provide all that. Are you gonna go into a closet and start crying and say, hey, my boss says I need more, he needs more from me? Or are you gonna be like, all right, you know what, let me show him, that I'm the right
You
man
gotta
for the
pick it
job.
up. In
You
real
gotta,
life,
you gotta, like
you
they
gotta
say,
pick it
bro.
up.
Like they
You don't
say,
step it up, but
you go
some people
as
are
a
going to be able
man.
to excel in that pressure.
You
Some
go
people are going to be pressing,
as a
and he
man.
seems to
Like
be
you said,
pressing.
you
In
All right.
real
grab.
life, you gotta step it up. Like
Yeah,
if
as
your
like you
boss
said,
comes to you and talks to you about your performance, you
yeah.
gotta step it up at that point. Like
As a
it's
man, you
that's just
gotta
what it
grab.
is.
You gotta grab your, you know what, and say, all right, you think I'm slacking off? All right, let me show you. I got something for you right here.
And he's
They,
talking about you
when
said grab your dick.
Well,
That's what
basically
he's
let me ask y'all both this.
when
No, no,
Since
when
no.
Kobe when
But we have
Kobe was when Kobe
saying
was on
he's
the
saying
bench
grab your dick.
we have
when
to move
Saying
Kobe
on.
when Kobe was on the bench his rookie year and was getting no playing time, was he sitting around crying and not putting in the work because he wasn't getting the playing time? No. He said that fueled him, that made him so angry that it made him even more of a gym rat because he wanted to show the coach what an idiot he was for not trusting him and not putting him in.
All right, look.
Today's generation, not the same.
Okay, look. Thank you, Calvin. Quickly, what's our record this week or the rest of this week?
0-3, baby.
0-3.
Let's
0 and
get it.
3. 0 and 3. Don't let me down, Lakers. Show me you can go on 3.
So 0
Prove
and
me
3.
right. Prove me right. Prove me right.
Mitch 0 and
0-3.
3.
Let's
Galvin
get
0
it.
and 3. Shane.
I'm gonna say 2-1.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say 2-1 because
I
it's gonna
just,
be
I
home.
just, I think we'll beat. I think we'll beat Miami, but I think we'll lose the other two. And then so just very quickly, shifting gears before we get to these lists. The Toronto New York trade. Does anybody have anything that they want to say about it? Because I feel like I think OG Anunoby is a better player than RJ Barrett. Just a more reliable player. You thought I was watching his first game yesterday. He was hitting. He's a great corner 3-point shooter. He was knocking those down, though he did foul out. And then I mean, I feel like both teams kind of got a little bit better. Knicks got a more reliable guy there in that Barrett spot, but then they gave up a lot. They gave up Barrett and quickly to get him, and now quickly he's starting there. He started his first game there in Toronto, and they put Shooter on the bench. When's the soonest, quickest? How soon can Toronto trade Shooter so we can get him back? But
Seriously.
yeah,
Would you trade Schroeder for D'Lo straight up right now?
Actually, there's a trade rumor right now where it's D'Lo and Gabe for Dennis Schroeder and Gary Trent Jr. There's actually a deal like that out in the internet. I saw that today.
As far as the Knicks, it don't matter. They're still not going to be Philly. They're still not going to be Boston. They're still not going to be Milwaukee. I mean, it's a nice addition. They might win one playoff series, but that's not a trade. He's not a player that you're like, all right, he's going to make a difference. He's a better player, but he's not,
Well, the thing with the Knicks is they're building piece by piece. They're building building blocks towards being contender. Like normally with the Knicks, they get a superstar, then trade all the assets, and then they got to rebuild with the superstar. Then they build it back up again, and then the superstar want to leave. Now they're trying to like build a team brick by brick, and then when the right deal comes along, then they'll strike and get that superstar, but have a team around them. So they've been in the playoffs last 2 out of 3 years or so. So it's keep doing what they do, as long as the owner don't get involved because he's usually an asshole. But on paper, I didn't really like it at first. I thought like both teams gave up a lot, and they kind of like it got too many of the same players on the team. But once they both of the everybody came in and started playing their first game, it seemed like it um, gave them new energy. So I think maybe both teams got a little better, but in most part they both gonna be like in the same direction, kind of like the middle of the road, fifth or sixth or borderline playing team until they come with the right deal.
Is
right.
Siakam on the block?
Yes. Okay. Look.
Yeah, he been on the block.
I know Mitch doesn't care about that trade. So let's get to these let's get to these lists, man. We got about 20 minutes left. These are our top 10 NBA. Mitch came up. I think this was whose idea was this? This was Mitch's idea, I think. Right. So top 10 NBA players to never win a championship. I think this podcast is at its best when we're doing lists. Always interesting. So
always. I wonder what a certain person has before us this week.
Wow.
1 through 8, I'm pretty sure we're all gonna have the same players, but it's that 8, 9, and 10 that's gonna be. There's
no way. Listen, I got so much faith in 2024. It hasn't been shattered yet. I'm not jaded yet. I know Shane Murray will not let me down this time. He's not gonna say nothing outlandish. We're not gonna hear nothing like. We're not gonna hear no name like Brandon Jennings on this list. I just know it. We're good, guys. This is Shane Murray's year.
No Monte Ellis.
I know it. I believe it.
We gotta save Shane. Shane's bad to clean up on this one. We gotta save the best for
this is it, bro. This is the year.
How about who wants to go first?
No, let's let Shane go first. Shane, prove him wrong. Prove him wrong, Shane.
Come on, baby. Let's get it.
Prove him wrong.
Start it off right, baby. Let's go. 2024.
All right, my top 10.
Here we go.
Number 1, Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Number 2, Charles Barkley.
All right.
Number 3, Steve Nash.
This is in order?
This in order.
Okay. Sorry.
Number 3, Steve Nash. Number 4, Chris Paul. Number 5, Reggie Miller. Number 6, Patrick Ewing. 7, Karl Malone. 8, John Stockton. I miscounted. I actually forgot the number 9. Number 9, I'm gonna go Carmelo. I didn't put him on the name. I'm gonna go Carmelo. And the last one, Nick Van Exel.
Oh my God!
He almost made it.
Damn it! So close! Oh my gosh!
I'm always putting Nick. If you remember, they traded in the summer before the dynasty happened, and they brought in Ty Lue.
Oh, we were so close, bro. I
don't care.
Oh man,
Ty Lue has Nick's ring.
But Shane, hold on.
Tyronn Lue has Nick's ring.
We were right there.
Tyronn Lue has Nick's ring. I'm never getting over that trade.
We was right there.
Is that a personal favorite, or is that like legit a top 10?
Bro, it's
my personal favorite, and I'll never get over that trade. They traded him before the dynasty happened.
Who'd they trade him for?
Before, huh?
Who'd they trade him for?
Tyronn Lue. That's all he got.
He shut down Iverson. Not shut him down, but he slowed him
that was
down.
Nick's ring.
Gosh, bro, we were right there.
That was
Nick's ring. Right there, bro.
I don't care. That should be Nick's ring.
This is the feeling when your parlay is 5 out of 6, and that last person doesn't get the 1 yard that you need to go 6 for 6 on your parlay, bro.
Wait a minute, Shane, can you say that list one more time, please?
Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley.
I was even willing to look past Steve Nash. My fault. Go for it.
No, say the best.
What do you mean? I'm willing to look past like Steve Nash is trash.
What'd you say?
What do you mean willing to look past like Steve Nash is trash?
I just think for the 10, I got better people. I feel.
Sorry, Shane. No, I got you. You're good, Shane. I only asked you to say it again because I didn't catch Charles Barkley the first time. I want to make sure.
Run through it real quick one more time. 1 through 10.
Save the best for last, Shane. Save the best for last.
Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Reggie Miller, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Melo. I just added, and then Nick Van Exel.
Nick, why did you have to put Nick Van Exel at the end?
I told you. They traded him before the summer before the dynasty happened. One of those rings should be Knicks.
Top 9. He did.
We're gonna pretend like we didn't hit number 10.
Yeah, I'm not gonna acknowledge his 10th player, and I'm gonna say Shane Murray didn't complete his homework, and he did a top 9, but his top 9 was a solid list. Good job, Shane Murray. Good job on your top 9. Solid list.
Wait, Shane, if this list was a top 5, would you put Nick Van Exel at number 5?
No.
Okay. All right. So who wants to go next?
Let me get mine off.
All right then. Okay.
Okay, so I didn't put mine in order.
All right.
So the top 10 players to never win an NBA championship. To be fair, I did cheat a little bit, but I got Elgin Baylor, Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Reggie Miller, Carmelo Anthony, and I got Vince Carter and Chris Paul.
Carter. Okay.
Um.
Interesting.
My list is basically the exact same, but instead of Vince Carter, I got Russell Westbrook.
Ooh,
Hmm.
man, that's yeah. I mean, when it's I'm still holding out hope a little bit, but yeah, when it's all said and done, you know, things continue on this course.
Yeah. That's
Russ will be in the top 10.
right. That's the caveat I have to make is that like, Mitch. I think Mitch asked at one point, are we including guys who are still active? And I said, I don't have one active guy because seems like he's pretty much done, right? He's
Yeah.
still playing, but like to me, Westbrook is past his prime, but Westbrook and Harden, those are two guys that definitely are they'd be in my top 10 if I felt like they pretty much no longer had a chance.
Right.
So, but they're not in it because I haven't given up on them yet. So,
Right.
yeah, so you just said your list was basically the same, but what?
Instead of Vince, I have Westbrook.
Okay. Well, mine is in order. So I have number 1, Elgin Baylor. Number 2, Karl Malone. Number 3, Charles Barkley. Number
Interesting.
4, Chris Paul. Number
Okay.
5, John Stockton. Number 6, Patrick Ewing. Number 7, Clyde Drexler. Number 8, Allen
Drexler.
Iverson. Yeah, wait a
Wait, sorry.
second.
Who was 8? Sorry.
Wait a second. Clyde won a title with
Yeah,
Houston.
he
What am
won
I
with
talking
Yeah,
about?
he won.
Yeah,
with
we-
Houston. He won with Houston, right?
I'm tripping.
Yeah, he won with Houston, didn't he?
I could have sworn Elgin got one.
He didn't. He retired the year that the Lakers won the championship in the middle of the season.
That was the 33 win in a row, right? He retired right before that.
But technically, because he played, didn't he play that season?
I'm not sure if he played a game, but he wasn't.
But they don't count it though.
But
Yeah,
technically,
he doesn't.
don't he get like a honorary ring though? Technically,
You got a
Did he play a
participation. I remember.
I think he was injured though. I believe so. That's why he retired mid season.
Yeah,
Right. If he retired, then he wouldn't get a ring, even if he played.
They said the funny thing about that 33-game win streak was Elgin Baylor retired right before that streak started, and then he won 33 straight games.
Right. So I got to no. So So I'm sorry. I don't know why. Clyde Drexler, of course, 95.
Wilson, that list is worse than that. That's it. You lost the
I lost just because I made that mistake. Huh? Okay. So let me. Okay. So I said Baylor 1, Malone 2, Barkley 3, Chris Paul 4, Stockton 5, Patrick Ewing 6. Then I'll go. I have to bump people up now. Allen Iverson 7, Reggie Miller 8. Steve Nash 9, and number 10, George Gervin, the Iceman. Some honorable mentions would be Carmelo, Dominique Wilkins, guys like that. If you're not counting the guys who, like I said, are still active, but haven't given up on them yet. Like I said, Westbrook and Paul George is in that category too.
Ew.
He's a little bit younger than.
I'm sorry. Who did you say?
Paul George.
Paul George. Oh,
he's a little bit younger than.
Have you seen the young kids? Like they're like 21 and younger. Like Paul George is like to them that's
favorite player.
Yeah, it's like the GOAT or whatever. I guess that's like our Tracy McGrady though. I guess.
He ain't did enough for that. But.
Okay, so to clear it up on Elgin Baylor, he retired at the beginning of the season. And you're right, Galvez. Right after he retired, we went on a 33-game win streak. And yeah, we won the championship that year. The organization gifted him a championship ring,
So I'm
but he
saying,
retired at the beginning of the season.
So he didn't play any games that season.
Don't believe he did.
Okay.
but does that count as him not
Yeah,
having?
even if he played 10, 20 games, he didn't contribute to the championship run.
Played 9 games.
He played 9 games and then he retired.
Like, he'll still get a ring, but did he really win a championship? Like,
I don't think Elgin Baylor. I always thought Elgin Baylor was officially counted as not having won a championship. So,
but he's officially counted as not having one, even though he was gifted one.
That's why
he was gifted a ring because he had put so many years in for the organization.
But they're counted as
if you look at his
officially
Wikipedia,
not
do they
having
count him as a champion?
Let me see. Do we count him as? I don't think most people count him as a championship. As a champion.
if he would have got injured during the playoffs, I would understand it. But he didn't. He didn't even play 10% of the.
because DeMarcus didn't play at all, but he has a ring.
And he retired. I mean, once you retire, you're no longer on any team. So
Yeah, he didn't have a season-ending injury that forced him to not play.
But I mean, at the end, if anybody, I guess everybody has Lamar Jackson for MVP. Who do you guys have winning the national championship on?
I called Huskies when we saw. I'm gonna stick with the Huskies.
I really don't care. Dalvis.
The script is written for Michigan.
You think so?
I'll say that. Yeah, it is written for Michigan.
Okay. I'm sticking. Like I said, when we talked about it the first time, I'm gonna stick with the Homer pick. I'm gonna stick with the Huskies. Pac-12 strong.
All right. Yeah.
RFP Pac-12.
I said the last time we discussed this that I thought Michigan was going to win the whole thing, and I guess I'm going to have to stick with that at this point. But I think it'll be Washington's not afraid, man. They're not afraid.
Can we do an NFL show? Talk about the playoffs.
For sure.
I mean, you want to do that?
Shane won't know what the hell he's talking about, but
you sure you want to do it? The Vikings ain't gonna be in it. We want Game Away being NFC champ. So I can see. You sure you want to? You sure you can deal with an hour up talking about my Cowboys? Sure you can do that?
It's been 28 years, bro. 28
compared to no years for y'all.
It's been 28 years.
Compared to no years for y'all.
It's been 28 years.
You literally have no rings.
It's been 28 years.
28
you don't make sense. Listen. You don't hear the Browns talking about, oh, we're such a cool franchise. It's been 28 years, bro.
We actually won the division title.
You didn't hear the Cubs. You didn't hear the Cubs running around talking about, oh man, we're an excellent franchise. It's been 28 years, bro. Stop playing with me.
28 years is better than nothing.
You didn't hear the Milwaukee Bucks.
Like literally
before Giannis, you didn't hear the Milwaukee Bucks run around talking about the championship that they won in the damn 70s.
It don't matter. 28 years.
Did you hear Bucks
fans? Is better than not winning nothing.
Fans running around talking about the
y'all got nothing. Y'all had the two greatest receivers duo in Randy Moss.
Did you hear them talking about it?
Still ain't one shit.
Did you hear the
Milwaukee Bucks as the quarterback? Still ain't one shit. So don't.
What'd you say? Wait. What'd you say about quarterbacks?
So yeah, Brett Favre as a quarterback and still ain't one shit. Y'all had the best wide receiver duo in Chris Carter, Randy Moss. Still ain't one shit.
So you want to talk about?
There's no rings for y'all, bruh. There's no rings in future. You are the NBA version of the Clippers.
When you talk about,
you are the NBA version of the Clippers.
When you talk about Brett Favre and the Vikings, remember to bring in Bountygate because that's what happened that season.
Get the fuck out of here! No, you can't say no excuses. They want to bring up Bountygate. No.
Did Bountygate happen? Yes or no? I don't know. Did Bountygate happen? Yes or no?
Bro, nah. Nobody cares.
Did Bountygate happen? Yes or no? Was it?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Was it proven?
Nobody cares.
Was it proven?
Nobody cares.
Was it proven? And so
Nobody cares.
Anto,
You just had a whole.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
You just had a whole soliloquy about getting through the bullshit.
Anto, your name is not Anthony.
Tough.
Your name is not Anthony.
Brownie Gate.
Your name is not Anthony.
We just had a whole conversation about being mentally tough.
Anthony,
you want to
sir.
bring up Brownie Gate. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Loser.
You can't talk about being mentally tough.
Down.
You want to bring up an
28 years,
your
sir.
team don't win.
28. 2-8. Anto.
You can't talk about mentally tough. You can't talk about no excuses and then want to bring up Brownie Gate.
28 years, sir.
Bro, it don't work like that. You don't work that way. Sit down.
28 years.
Sit down.
It's been 28 years.
Sit down. And y'all haven't won anything. Anything.
Mitch, do you have anything you'd like to say to an old friend of ours?
If this big goofball would shut the hell up, I got plenty to say.
You look like a goofball.
You big goof. You nappy-headed buck-tooth bastard.
Nappy head, fake ass, hair,
your glasses look crooked.
Shades off.
Listen, your glasses are as crooked as your hairline. Turn the camera up so you can see your crooked hairline. Turn it up. There it is. Look at it. Look at this. Your hairline looking like a damn check mark.
Your face look like damn Smeagol.
My face looks like the money maker.
You can't spell money maker.
Yes, I can. You big goof.
Herbert, on behalf of Mitch.
Shout out to Herbert because he was gonna come out and tell us.
Herbert, get your boy.
Herbert was gonna tell us how long it had been since the Cowboys had actually done something relevant. Other than
Vikings had never done nothing relevant.
Cheaters, they cheated. Number 68 reported. He reported, and Herbert was gonna come on and
you can't talk about mentally tough and then scream somebody cheated. Make it make sense.
The refs ran on it. Jerry paid him out of his pocket. Herbert was going to tell us, but sorry, Herbert.
Chris Carter, Randy Moss,
the Cowboys are
no rings.
Rotten cheaters.
Make it make sense.
Number 16 reported. What was
John
he
Randall.
talking about?
Sorry, Herbert.
What else could he be talking to him about? He wasn't talking about his damn dinner plans. He was talking about, I'm an eligible receiver. I'm about to catch this pass. Cowboys are dirty.
Enjoy watching us in the playoffs.
Dirty rotten.
Enjoy watching us in the
playoffs. They were the beneficiary of the NFL rigging this.
Blah, 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 blah. Mute your mic.
The professional football team are a bunch of cheaters. Jerry Jones is a racist, a misogynist.
Complete Lakers podcast.
Dak Prescott is a racist. DD couldn't hold Justin Jefferson's jockstrap if he wanted to.
Yet y'all can't make the playoffs.
Tony Pollard is a bust. Y'all wish y'all had Zeke right now because he was a real running back. Y'all could split carries.
We got Pollard. We good.
Tony Pollard
we good, sir.
He ain't
number 2 seed in the NFC. We good, sir.